Let's sing something. La la la.
Reprimand their daughters.
Short.
Bright young women.
Building momentum.
Sick of women ready to stand. Ready to know
That's such a build there. Let's take a look at how this compares to the original.
that they don't reprimand their daughters.
Already so much smaller, more spoken, more inner monologue, and less bold build.
Bright young women, sick of swimming.
Yeah, she's more thinking about it.
Ready to stand, ready to know.
No big note at the end, and it's kept really, really small.
They don't reprimand their daughters.
So she adds more air, but they don't. So that's more the spoken. Reprimand their daughters. Da, 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 da. She's hitting and shortening and releasing in comparison to inner monologue thinking about it.
That they don't reprimand their daughters.
Higher key,
Bright young women.
much faster.
Swimming, ready to stand. Ready
And we have that momentum, that big build.
reprimand their daughters. Bright young women.
Oh, that's very delayed.
Sick of swimming, ready to stand.
Still open and bold.
And ready to know what the people know.
Much shorter on the ending of that belt, too. Ready to stand. Short and ready. Boom, right into it. Rather than
Bright young women.
higher key.
Sick of swimming.
Watch.
Ready to stand.
Not short on the and.
Ready to know what the people know.
So she hits a bold high note on the and then goes back into the speaking voice. The intro seems to sound closest to the Broadway version so far.
Reprimand their daughters.
Just so much higher
Bright
though.
young women. Sick of swimming. Ready to stand.
Big bold.
And ready to know what
Does she speak
the
it?
people know.
Oh, yep, there we go. So she had the big bold open, big bold on the and then back into the speaking voice. Small.
Sick of swimming.
God, it seems so small now.
Ready to stand.
Gentle. Oh?
Ready to know what the people know.
Okay, so they're all doing that speaking section on People Know, but the Jody version stays so small, it's not as big and elaborate.
Sick of swimming. Ready to stand.
High note.
Ready to know what the people know.
Little giggle.
Ask them my questions and get some answers. What's a fun?
Now the tempo on there is a little bit different. Ask them my questions and get some answers.
Ask them my questions and get some answers.
Ask them my questions and get some answers. Da 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 da. Not da 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 da. It's heavier. It's a different rhythm.
Ask them my questions and get some answers.
Da 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 da. That's the rhythm.
Ready to know what the people
Watch
know.
the rhythm difference.
Ask them my questions and get some answers.
Very different than ask them my questions and get some answers. It's shorter of a rhythm. She is more hitting the downbeat and hanging onto it a little bit more. So then when she speeds up afterwards, we have a release.
What's a fire and why does it? What's the word? Burn.
See, it's not why is it? What's the word? It's why is it? What's the word? She speeds it up on the next section so then she can hit with a big, bold opening. It gives that draw and emotion.
Ask them my questions and get some answers.
Not the same. It's still a different rhythm. It's still closer to the original, faster rhythm.
What's a fire and why does it? What's the word? Burn.
Definitely not the same as this newest version. Now, if you love The Little Mermaid and you want more of it, then you need to hit subscribe. I found out that, you know what? 97% of you guys that watched my last Little Mermaid video were not subscribed. What? You're gonna miss out, as all my new new stuff comes out. Also, if you want to watch the movie with me, then you need to come on over to my Patreon. On Patreon, we'll be watching the original. We're going to watch the new one when it comes out. I have all sorts of weekly TV shows that come out with a new episode every single week of High School Musical, as well as Once Upon a Time and movie musicals, all with the screen and audio and over 1,500 members. So we seriously chat in there a lot. It's only $5 a month. That's it. So come on over. I will be sure to link that down below.
What's a fire and why does it, what's the word, burn? When's it my turn?
On turn, she went to more of a falsetto. Listen in. She doesn't go, when's it my turn? She doesn't go to big, bold belt. It's, when's it my turn? Turn. She goes a little lighter on turn.
When's it my turn?
When's it my turn? She switches to a lighter voice.
Wouldn't I love?
And then she goes back to the chesty connected on love. Wouldn't I love? Instead of wouldn't I love? She doesn't lighten up. She goes back into the chest. So we have a switch between a lighter falsetto and then into more of a chesty or connected belt.
And why does it, what's the word, burn? When's it my turn? Wouldn't I love?
Same thing. When's it my turn? It stays in this gentle voice. She doesn't ever really go to a heavy belt kind of throughout the whole thing. But like I was saying, I watched it behind the scenes. She was guided to do it this way. This is the old Disney sound of being gentle, of being innocent. We didn't have that big belty sound that we have now. And I mean, I don't know, you tell me, but I think I kind of like the new version more. I know, like, it's hard for me to say that because The Little Mermaid was my generation. I gotta say, like, it's missing that oomph. It's just not there the same.
Burn, when's it my turn?
Belt.
Wouldn't I love?
Belt.
Love to explore that shore above.
That entire thing was belt. That entire thing was a more nasal pinged front mixed belt. There, especially on Long to Explore That Shore Up, not explore that shore up, explore that shore up above. She went for a full connected belt there. I like it, by the way. I know in this video I'm getting all technical and like my vocal coach brain is kind of taking over and be like, ooh, ooh, ooh. But there's also that other part of me that's like, I really like that. Okay, and we have to go back to, I don't know how to say her name. Audrey? Sorry.
Ask my questions and get some answers. What's a fire and why does it, what's the word, burn? When's it my turn? Wouldn't I love to explore that shore above?
She's hitting, when's it my turn? It's turn. They're not open the same. When's it my turn? Turn. When we're looking at Broadway and we're looking at more of an open space, we're gonna adapt the vowel. She's not doing that, she's keeping it closed. When's it my turn? Wouldn't I love? It's closed. Instead, when's it my turn?
What's a fire and why does it, what's the word, burn?
Right here, watch, turn.
When's it my turn?
Turn.
Wouldn't I
Love. She's keeping it more in like speaking space and she's not adapting the vowel. I bet you that we're gonna see huge adaptation on the Broadway version. Here.
When's it my turn?
Turn.
Wouldn't I
Love.
Burn. When's it my turn?
Turn. Soft.
Wouldn't I love?
So she kind of mixed them both, you guys. When's it my turn? No, turn. She didn't open up on turn. It was closed. Wouldn't I love? Then she really opens up on love.
Burn.
Here, small.
When's it my turn?
Now open.
Wouldn't I love to explore that shore above?
I still love it. Now here's the thing. I don't know why I keep smelling my fingers. I really like the Broadway version too. Above, she's keeping it small. Above, instead of above, which is all the way open.
Love to explore that
Watch is open.
shore above.
She's saying above. Above. Ba of. She's opening up on the ah and she's throwing in the of at the very end. This is a Broadway thing to do because the more space we have, the more volume we get. Halle is not doing that.
Love to explore that shore above.
So she's staying with a little more of an ah in her which is smaller, but there's still so much momentum going on. I don't know, you guys. Which one do you like better? I love the momentum of the Broadway and the big open space. I know I definitely, am I really saying this? I definitely don't love the original with Jodie. I think it's too small. I think we needed more momentum, especially by the end. I don't know which one I like better. Which one do you like better? If you could plug in the open vowels of the Broadway to the end of Halle and have Halle open up more, would you want that instead of what she's doing, which is slightly closed and a little more tense? I don't know. Oh, and the breathing gets me every time.
Out of the sea.
So there's a slight slide between the notes. Out of, not out of the, which is clean. Da da da. She's doing out of, out, da dun 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 dun. There's little notes in between. I almost guarantee you Jodie's gonna do it clean.
To explore that shore above.
God, it just sounds so weak now. I'm fired. That's it. My childhood Audrey is mad at me right now for saying that. It just sounds so weak now. Sorry, childhood me.
Out of the sea.
Out of the sea. Very clean. Watch the in-betweens.
Out of the sea.
Out of the sea.
Wish I could be.
I love that smooth little riff there.
Wouldn't I love to explore that shore above. Out of the sea.
Yeah, totally clean. Out of the sea, not out of the sea. No breath.
Wish I could be.
Very small. Wish I could be. Still super clean. There's no riff there. Whatever she does there.
Part of that.
Is she gonna pause? Okay. Very small for Broadway. Whoa, she still has an ah. Hear the ah? Till the very end.
Out of the sea.
Just very spoken. It's like this version is just super duper spoken. It's not big, it's not bold, there's not a massive amount of dynamics. It's more speaking voice.
Wish I could be.
Could be. Yeah, very spoken.
Part of that.
Very short too. See how her mouth like isn't open at all? World. This is again going back to her not adapting the vowels in any way whatsoever. She's just keeping everything small and spoken.
Part of that.
She's holding on the R here. I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of it.
That's what.
Wah. Hear how she's going, wah. Would be in between wah. And then if we were opening up all the way for Broadway wise, wah, we would have an open So instead of world, which is more Halle, and wild would be more Broadway.